Tingles with flyby.
Daily ASMR videos. Hi, welcome to your posture consultation. Was this your idea, or did somebody else suggest you come along? Okay. Well, don't be scared. I know a lot of people are used to associating posture and being corrected with maybe some less than happy parents or teachers, but I try and make it pretty painless and more so just something that you can appreciate and enjoy. Okay? So first we're going to go through just a little bit about what posture is, why posture is important. We'll talk about some of the consequences of poor posture, and then we'll get right into the consultation part where I'll show you the proper way to sit, stand, and lie down so that you can maintain your best posture. Okay? Lovely. So, I'm sure you have an idea of what posture is, but I'd just like to get a very formalized definition out there so that we're on the same page. So, it's the position that you hold your body while standing, sitting, or lying down. Good posture is the correct alignment of body parts, and it causes the body parts to be supported by the right amount of muscle tension against gravity. Without posture and the muscles that control it, we would simply fall to the ground. So everybody has posture. We normally don't maintain our posture consciously. Certain muscles will do it for us, and we don't even have to think about it. There are several muscle groups, including the hamstrings and the large muscles of the back, which are critical for maintaining good posture. The ligaments do help hold our skeleton together. The postural muscles, when functioning properly, will prevent the forces of gravity from pushing us over forward, so bending over. Postural muscles also maintain our posture and balance while we're moving. So why is good posture important? Good posture helps us stand, walk, and sit, and lie down in positions that place the least strain on our supporting muscles and ligaments during movement and weight-bearing activity. Correct posture helps us keep bones and joints in correct alignment so that our muscles are used correctly, decreasing abnormal wearing of joint surfaces that could result in degenerative arthritis and joint pain. It reduces stress on the ligaments holding the spinal joints together, minimizing the likelihood of injury. It also allows the muscles to work more efficiently, allowing the body to use less energy and therefore preventing muscle fatigue. It also helps prevent muscle strain, overuse disorders, and can actually prevent back and muscular pain. There are also social benefits to good posture. I know a lot of us like to think that looks don't matter, but we all know that how we present ourselves does impact how others perceive us and how they respond to us. And good posture is seen to be stronger, more put together. It also is something that actually will affect the chemicals in our brain, increasing mood, increases testosterone, so it makes us feel stronger and better. So there is lots of really good benefits for maintaining good posture. So to maintain good posture, you have to have adequate muscle flexibility and strength, normal joint motion in the spine and other body regions, as well as efficient postural muscles that are balanced on both sides of the spine. You have to be able to recognize your own postural habits at home and in the workplace to correct them if necessary. And so that's probably why your boss recommended you come to see me. Yes, he did actually come see me a few years ago before he was made a manager, and it did help him with his posture, so helps you move up in the world. Definitely. So there are some consequences for poor posture as well. It's not just how we look, and it's not just a little bit of aches. It can lead to excessive strain on our postural muscles and cause them to relax when held in certain positions for a long time. You can typically see this in people who bend forward at the waist for a prolonged period in the workforce. Their postural muscles are prone to injury and back pain. Not too pleasant. There are several factors that contribute to poor posture, which are most commonly stress, obesity, pregnancy, weak postural muscles, abnormally tight muscles, and high-heeled shoes are another culprit there. In addition, decreased flexibility, a poor work environment, incorrect working posture, and unhealthy sitting and standing habits can also contribute to poor body positioning. And so the thing that I always think is if you keep an eye out, you have to see what your posture over the long term can do to you, because obviously you're going to be using this same body when you're 60 years old, 80 years old, and if you see people who start to get that bent over look, it's a lifetime of correction that it takes to avoid something like that. And so there are different tricks that people use to help them maintain posture, which I'll go through at the end, but first I just want to get into how we should sit, stand, and lie down in the first place. Okay? So, you're sitting there, and the first thing I'll notice for you there is you want to have both feet on the floor. If you have been sitting with your legs crossed for quite a period of time, it can take adjustment getting used to having both feet firmly on the floor. And I don't mean that you need to push down into it. It is supposed to be a resting position. But you want to have your feet down on the floor, both of them at the same time. You don't want to cross your legs. When you cross your legs, it creates flexibility in one hip, closing off the other. It's a very imbalanced position. And if you've been doing it for a while, it will probably come naturally to you. I'm guessing that you do cross your legs a bit. Yeah, so that's going to be one of the things that you really want to think about. It's just uncrossing that leg and putting it back down. Your ankles, you don't want them going back. You see your ankles are now going back behind your knees. You want them to come down straight. So you want it to come down, and your ankles should be slightly ahead of your knee. Yeah. You also want to have, which is good here, you can see right here, just at the point of your knee, you've got a little bit of space between you and your chair. That helps blood flow, and also just a little bit of micro movement, which is very beneficial. Your knees should be at or below the level of your hips, which you can see in this chair you are, but it's just something whenever, especially at your workspace or somewhere that you're going to be sitting for a long time, you want to make sure that your knees are not raised above the level of your hips. Do you know what I mean by that? Yeah, so just, you feel your hip down right there, that point, and then out to your knee right here. You want that to either be in a straight line or the hip going down to the knee. Yeah. The backrest of your chair should give you a little bit of back support. So just that little lumbar support sitting right at your lower back can help you pull in your posture muscles, because you want to be sitting, try and show you, you want to be sitting with everything kind of tucked in. You want to be pulling your abs in from the front. Your back muscles should be giving you a counterweight, and it just helps you. You want to sit up straight and through your shoulders, not just kind of pushing your shoulders back, but building it from your ab area. Now, you want me to show you? Okay, so I come around. So just, okay, yeah, if you kind of just tense your abs a little bit, and then, yeah, you feel that? If we just kind of pull up there. Yeah, just push it. Yeah, see? Now your shoulders can come back down much easier. Yeah. So for your shoulders, you don't want them to be hunching forward or like that. Them to be coming back. Don't need to be way back, just kind of comfortably back. It'll not feel comfortable at first. If you're not used to it, that's okay. Your muscles will build up over time. Give them time to build up. It's a long-term journey that you're going on there. The other thing is, because do you work at a computer or... Yeah, so you want to make sure that your forearm is actually parallel to the ground. So you want to adjust the height of your chair so that your forearms can be parallel to the ground and your feet resting on the floor. If you can't, then get a footrest and rest your feet up, because that parallel arms will really help with your wrist movement and with your shoulders. You also want to avoid sitting in the same position for long periods of time. Any muscles, no matter if they're your most correct muscles, are going to get tired out from being in the same exact position all day long. So it's also really good for you to get up, stand up, just do a couple stretches about once an hour. It can really make a big difference so that then you can sit back down and get back to work. So next, going to get into standing. So go ahead and stand up. Okay. I'm going to come over to your side just to help you there. So what you first want to do is you want to kind of bring your weight forward just a little bit onto the balls of your feet. Your what am I thinking? Your ball and then your heel. There we go. The heel of your foot is there primarily just as a little contact point, but you want to be carrying most of your weight right in the front of your foot. Yeah, so just if you pull it forward just a little, yeah, that's good. Now you want to kind of slightly bend your knees. When you're standing up, you don't want your knees to lock. If your knees get locked into position, that can make you more likely to faint. And so you just want the slight bend in your knees. Your feet, you want them to be about shoulder width apart. So yeah, if you just about out, yeah, just come out. Yep, just out like that. Yeah, that's great. You want me to mirror it for you? Okay. Yeah, so you can see kind of forward. Yeah, like that. You want to just let your arms hang naturally down at the sides of your body. So sometimes an easy way to get a little bit of tension out is to just kind of shake them. Just give them a little shake. And then you can just feel they'll kind of settle in. Yeah, now go ahead. Shake with me. And then you settle, and so you can feel that right there where your hands are. They just kind of feel open in a more natural position. You want to stand up straight, so again, this is sometimes the hardest part, probably for you will be, is just kind of bringing that tailbone in a bit. Yeah, so you're going to want to maintain that posture there, so just tuck back in there and kind of pull your abs in and it'll come up. Yeah, just right here, just lift in. Yeah, that's good. So that will help. Again, that helps maintain your shoulders at the level that you want them to be. And again, you don't need just straining your shoulders to be back. You just want to be fighting this forward motion. Just a gentle feel back. You want your head to be level, so your chin should be pretty much parallel to the ground. If you're going up or down, that's going to put strain on your neck. It'll make you tire out more quickly. So, but the thing with these things is you want to avoid straining while you're doing them. You don't want to be like, trying to keep it. You just want to be relaxed. Find a nice relaxed position to just let your head hang at that level. And that will put the least strain on your muscles. Now you want to avoid having your neck kind of forward or side to side. You want it to just you want it to sit right on the top of your spine. So you should just feel kind of a line going from your tailbone up to the tip of your head. And that can actually help you feel like you're stretching out each vertebrae as well. Yeah. So if you are going to be standing for a long period of time, I can't expect you to just be in the same position the whole time. So you can shift from one foot to the other. You want to stay in that same position though. Weight primarily forward on the balls of your feet. The other thing you can do is shift back to your heels a little bit and then come back on. And so you probably want to spend less time back on your heels, but you can spend a little time there and then come back forward. And of course, taking some time to do a couple stretches if you're going to be standing in place for a while can be very beneficial. Now, I'm not sure if you want to just lay down on the floor right now. Okay, well, I'll just talk to you then about proper posture for lying down. You want to make sure you have the best mattress for yourself. A firm mattress is generally the best, but if a softer mattress reduces your back pain, so you can see me just as I'm thinking, reassessing my posture, and just trying to bring it back into correct alignment. So sometimes a softer mattress can be better. It just depends on what you feel is best for you. But you generally will find with a firmer mattress, your posture off of the mattress may be better. And you may find that your muscles get more alignment that way. But number one priority in bed is to sleep. So number one thing is the best thing that helps you sleep. So you want to be comfortable. You definitely want to have a pillow. You can get special pillows for certain postural problems if you have a poor sleeping position. It's really hard to get good posture while sleeping on your stomach, and that's mainly because we need to breathe, and so you're not going to be able to get your head in proper alignment while you're sleeping if you're sleeping on your stomach. If you're sleeping on your side, you can place a pillow in between your legs and a secondary pillow in between your elbows, and that will really help align you so you don't feel a little cricked and off. It'll just really help your spine stay in a really nice neutral position and all of your body in alignment. So if you've ever wondered what all those pillows on the bed are for, that is something that can be really good to use. If you sleep on your back, you don't even necessarily need a pillow for your head. I actually use a buckwheat pillow that I can just really get it very thin, so I have a little bit of support right under my neck, but there's not actually anything under my head, so something you can do. And then it's nice to take a little bit of pressure off your tailbone. You can put a pillow underneath your knees. Okay? So now that you kind of know the what, then I just want to talk to you a little bit about the how. You know you want to do it. You know how to do it, but how do you actually do it? You know, how do you make sure that you stay on top of these things? The number one best way to keep it in your consciousness is to set an alarm for yourself. So if you want to say, okay, every morning I'm going to spend, 4 hours in very good posture, then you can set an alarm about every 15 minutes, and then once you feel a bit more confident with that, decrease it to about a half an hour, and all that alarm should say is just posture. And you just take that moment, a little breath, get yourself back into a good posture, turn the alarm off, and hopefully you don't have to think about it again until the time your next alarm goes off. And I don't recommend doing this all day long. It takes time to develop good posture. It takes time to develop those muscles, and it's not going to be 100% from the beginning. It's a long-term journey. So that's what I'll say. Now I have made some observations today, and I will take some notes. What I recommend is that we meet again in another 6 months, and then I can tell you and report back how I've noticed that your posture has changed. Now, there are a couple other things that you can use. There are a few products that you can put on that will help pull your shoulders back. They can set you into the right alignment, and they can be a kind of kickstart. But I always like to hold off on those, just see how you go with your own reminders. But if you do find you need them, then that's something we can discuss at your next appointment. Okay, do you have any questions for me? Well, it's been my pleasure to meet with you. Tell your boss that I appreciate the business, and I think you're really going to benefit from some nice improvement in posture. Okay, well, I'll see you then in about 6 months.